Well, welcome to another edition of the Digicel Sports Show right here on Islandstats.com. I'm your host, Earl Baisden, and joining me yet again
on the couch
is Jason Juggling J Ford. Jay, big smiles. The girls have pulled off.
I was frustrated, Earl. Let's be honest. We were frustrated last night.
Well, yes.
We were overjoyed with the result, but we were frustrated.
The second 45 minutes, unable to stay in contact with anyone in Haiti. Unable to see.
We couldn't hear what was going on.
The pacing up and down was being done. And then finally, Bermuda's still leading 3-1 with 15 minutes to go. I got a message. Okay.
All right, cool. We're hanging on.
15 minutes to go. My God, I'm trying to get this, trying to get that, trying to get the other. Full time, 3-2. Oh my gracious. Relief. Relief. But we're going to get to that game and much more after this message from our sponsor.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber to the home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
Jay, yesterday was a day of uncertainty. Starting the day off, we knew we were playing Jamaica, knowing what needed to be done in order to put yourself in a position to reach the next round, or at least give yourself a shot of reaching the next round, and that was either draw or win against a team you've never beaten. Spoke with Maurice Lowe prior to the match yesterday, and sort of try to pick his brain on what the coaching staff would have been going over leading into the game. So let's get the interview with Maurice Lowe first before we get to actually the game itself.
Maurice Lowe, the Technical Development Director for the Bermuda Football Association. The under-17 girls will go into this evening's match against Jamaica with a lot to play for. But what did you think of the overall performance of the team in their 2-2 draw with Trinidad?
Well, I'm at a disadvantage somewhat. Not being in Haiti, so I'm still back home in Bermuda, but do my communications with the coach and the rest of the staff. We're happy to get a positive result, so we have a point, so we're still in the competition, while we did have a lead in the match twice, so I'm sure they're a bit disappointed in not being able to hold on to that lead, while we've given ourselves a lot to play for in today's match.
Having spoken with the staff in Haiti, what are the conditions of the 3 injured players from Monday night?
They were resting. When I last spoke with the staff, still eager to play. So credit to the young ladies who are tough and always want to do their best for our country. But obviously we'll take all the precautions necessary. So we do have a physiotherapist there in Fiona from Performance Rehab will be overlooking the players and the recovery, and we definitely won't take any risk with the well-being. While if they're well enough to play, they're definitely eager to play. So if they're well enough, then they'll play in today's match.
Now, because we're playing Jamaica in the second game of the tournament, and still Jamaica will have Trinidad to play, ultimately, what are you hoping to accomplish today, and what direction do you think the team will take in order to have a positive outcome today, and if not, a positive outcome after the match on Friday?
At this point, we have to look at all of the possibilities. So ideally, I would like to win the match. We know that Jamaica still has to play Trinidad as well. So if we win the match, then we do everything that's within our power. That should be sufficient to get us to the next round. However, a draw in the match today still keeps us alive, even a narrow loss. So Jamaica still needs to play Trinidad, and we run through all of the possible scenarios in today's match, while recognizing that at this stage of the competition, there's no easy opponent. We haven't beaten Jamaica at this level before, so there's a challenge in front of us. While we're optimistic that we can do well in the match today versus Jamaica.
Now, these girls are playing international football right now. There's been a lot of talk about the friendly match in about 2 weeks. How do you, as the overall seer of the National Academy program, make sure that the coaches and the players in the program give support to each other when there's meaningful games? Because the guys are getting a lot of coverage on what they're going to be doing in 2 weeks' time, and we have girls playing right now. So how do we look to support within the program the current girls that are playing now?
Within the program, we support each other just well. So all of the resources in the Bermuda Football Association right now, all our thoughts are with our women's team that's active today. What I will say, or what I encourage the rest of the country to do, is to get behind our young ladies. So on the 28th, when we play versus Barbados, when our senior men's team plays versus Barbados, I want us to pack the stadium that day as well. But right now, our thoughts and focus are with our young ladies, that are going out there and doing battle for our country today. And I think that message, is for all of Bermuda, really, but particularly the football fraternity in Bermuda, to get behind our young ladies. They did do it for the under-20 competition that was in Bermuda, so we were very pleased with the support that was shown to those ladies there. We just encourage yourselves, the media outlets, to give our girls their due, because they're very good ambassadors for our country.
Exactly what Maurice was saying. The coaching staff would be getting to the girls, talking about commitment, talking about, having to work hard, putting all those things in place, finding out 2 of the 3 injured players who really wanted to play, all 3 wanted to play. 2 of them did start. But your thoughts on, because I made contact with you to tell you that Bermuda was leading 3-0. Now, where I was, people were in disbelief. And I'll tell you, I was around quite a few people from Jamaica.
Right.
And their first comment is, no way.
Well, I mean, you said it, no way, because history was made last night.
Yeah.
We have never beaten Jamaica in this age group.
Yeah.
The last match was back, I believe, last year in September, where we lost 6-2.
Right.
We lost, and back further than that, we lost another hefty score, which that's what it was. That's our history. Right. So you can only go off of history. But I think, Earl, we spoke about the first match, and I think you heard it from also Maurice Lowe about having a lead and probably being a bit upset with himself the other team coming back twice.
Right.
And how much of those 2 influential players, but did that play on the parts of the players? Number one, style,
right.
But also, that's a couple of top players going off.
Right.
The momentum of the team. So by them hearing the news that they're available, number one, that's going to automatically pick up the team.
Right.
And I think number 2, that first game, we came over a draw, but once the coaches say, hey, now we have to play 90 minutes. We can't shortchange ourselves with 86 or 81, and I think that probably bode well for the victory last night, because we jumped off to a great start. I don't think, none of us expected that score line at halftime. It was, after that, it was, can we hold on? and that was because of the first game. It was like, okay, hope this ain't deja vu. And then it was 3-1. I said, who knows? Oh, is it full time? Is it whistle?
Referee blow the whistle. But it was one of those things where you say to yourself, to be a fly in the wall in that Jamaican change room at halftime, what those coaches would have been saying to those players, because you knew they were going to come out and wanting to fight, looking to get back in the match. And weren't too concerned about what the Bermuda team was going to talk about, only because the only thing they could tell the players is keep the momentum, keep playing, stay positive. But Jamaica would have had to make changes.
But you mentioned it off here. I mean, yes, it's the under-17s, but most of these girls have played against each other in the lower age group.
Yeah.
So they are still aware, to make us aware of our players, and we're aware of their players, from the lower group.
Right.
But still coming up, we're talking, this is a second female team that's really punching well above this weight. It was the on the 20s that's been creating history for us.
But you know what gave a lot of these girls belief? That 2-1 loss to Jamaica here in Bermuda.
Yeah.
That would have, because they would have said to themselves, hey, we can compete with these powerhouses. You know, and it's just a matter of playing them straight up.
And Earl, I keep going back to this. We don't have a women's league.
Yep.
We're doing all of this
without a structured league.
And
that was a topic of discussion last night as well. You know, a lot of these girls are playing off of the ability to go to training, learn from the coaches, get a technique, and the other plus is they're getting scouted without even playing in a league. Because now we have several of these young ladies abroad in school.
And just like, and I'm going to use this too, just like the senior men's team, these lot who have been abroad in school, we have benefited tremendously.
That's right.
Even physically. Because the physical attributes they need to compete in these school structures, like I said, it's hard to, you know, duplicate a game fitness.
Right.
You actually have to play games to be game fit.
Right.
But they are getting that. So all these different programs, the boarding schools, to the colleges, and now they're spread all out. So now I think it's helping us to shape the team that we have now, because that's one part of, you know, for years our national coaches had to do so much.
Yes.
On physical training, so much on basics to even get to strategy, and implement styles and format. Now, they're coming in pretty fit. They're coming in pretty strong. Now we could just work on our style and what we do here. They understand it because they know the basics.
Right. Well, after last night's game, Jay, I got a chance to speak with the coach, Aaron Denkins. Captain Denny Watson, and 3 goal scorers in Leilani Nisbet, Nia Christopher, and Adia Gibbons. Let's get those interviews from last night. Aaron, sum up the overall team performance.
I was very proud of how the girls played tonight. Before the match, we talked about how Bermuda and Bermudians are a resilient people and a resilient country, and we knew that we had to carry that Bermudian trait into this match tonight. The players are intelligent. We made a few tactical changes overnight, as we thought it was the best way to approach this team, and it paid off. We always knew that the second half was going to be difficult, and true Bermudian form, they were resilient, and we saw the match out. It was a little difficult with Jaden Masters not available due to her injury, but the girls played for her, they played for their families, they played for Bermuda, and they did us proud.
Danny, you must be really pleased and proud of your teammates.
I think that my team did a fantastic job in fighting a good fight and willing to continue and finish what we started. We had a fantastic start, scoring 3 goals against Jamaica, and then turning around and defending for the rest of the next half. We did a good job, and I'm proud of my entire team. We all put in the good work. Even the ones that didn't play was encouraging us, was staying behind us with all the heart, and we knew that they had our backs. I really want to thank all of Bermuda and everybody that supported us and took the time out to watch our games on Facebook Live and just stay with us all the way through the whole tournament, and it's muchly appreciated by my team and I and our coaches.
We also got a chance to speak with Leilani Nisbet.
Going into this match against Jamaica, we all knew it wasn't going to be easy and that the opposition was going to be hard to beat. But all 20 of us girls, on and off the field, worked and played as a unit, and most importantly, played for each other. I was fortunate to score the first goal in the first half to give the team a 1-0 lead, which is a great feeling to have and wouldn't have been possible without all of my teammates' hard work. Nia and Adia soon added to this lead with 2 well-deserved goals, raising the team's confidence. I feel that we all dug deep and didn't let the score affect our determination and drive in wanting to walk off that field victorious. which is why we can officially say that we beat Jamaica and Bermuda came to Haiti to play.
Then Nia Christopher.
Already 1-0 when Trinay sent the through ball, spreading their defense, which I was able to run into and slip it past the goalkeeper. Also, I'd just like to thank all friends, family, and especially the coaches who have supported us this far.
And finally, Adia Gibbons.
We were up 2-0. Leilani sent the ball and split the defense. I made a run around the center back and ran onto the ball and got one-on-one with the keeper. And then I put the ball, placed the ball near post. And I just want to thank Coach Keita and Coach Vance.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber to the home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
Well, Jay, they were excited.
Yeah.
They've accomplished something, but somebody else, somebody who has worked very hard and deserves a lot of credit, along with Vance Brown, is Nikita Robinson. She was unable to travel with the team, but I know she would have been there in spirit, and I got a chance to speak with her, an emotional Nikita Robinson, about last night's performance.
Well, Nikita Robinson, you must be over the moon with the result that the under-17 women's national team was able to pull off last evening, defeating Jamaica. Your thoughts upon hearing the final result?
Over the moon, understatement. When I was following the match in the first half and we went up 3-0, I had noticed that the coach was playing a slightly different formation than the first game. And as he said, he had to make that adaptation to suit the opposition, and it worked. And so, that's phenomenal. Then we lost the feed, and it was a bit nerve-wracking for 45 minutes. However, I was never really concerned, even when they scored their first goal, as the time ticked on, because I knew that our girls are resilient. I knew that our girls will play out their stock. Team has great character. And so at the end, 3-2, would have loved it to stay 3-0, but a W is a W. 3 points is what we needed, and it's what we got.
Defeating Jamaica, obviously going in, you have faith that these girls will eventually pull off something of this nature because of the fact that they've been together long enough and they become a unit, they become a family. But the road to getting to a result like this must be satisfying for you and Coach Vance, not being there, but actually helping them to result.
No, yeah, it's bittersweet for both Vance and I. I'm expecting he's getting married. So we are just as happy and as proud as if we were there with the girls, obviously not being on hand. Very happy for Coach Aaron Lugo, who's just joined the academy staff. And what a debut, huh? What a way to actually start off his national squad coaching career. I mean, he'll remember this. It's nothing that beats this, regardless of the results moving forward. Like, this is huge. And as tough as it is, I understand that I have other obligations. And so, we saw these girls in St. Lucia. Coach Vance and I never doubted them. I said it in church on the Sunday that we are the second best team there. Possibly could be the best. I do give Haiti props. I have over the years been watching the other countries and just their program. So I was a bit confident in these two matches. But again, like I said, Haiti is a team that's going to be a good game and a good gauge for us moving into the next round, which will be, tougher. We have the USAs, the Mexicos, and the Canada. So, it's a whole nother kettle of fish.
If the result turns out tomorrow night in our favor, where Jamaica either win or draw with Trinidad and we're guaranteed to go to Nicaragua, what are some of the things you guys want to first sit down and talk to the association about to ensure that, again, you get that preparation that's needed for these girls, because the task only becomes that much tougher?
Well, yeah, definitely. What I've noticed in the past, and even we saw the U15 level, is strength and fitness. We would definitely need to spend some time in the gym and on the track. getting our girls in good physical condition because they're going to be tougher. They're going to be stronger. I'll be honest, technically, I don't think they're that much further ahead, but they are, and they have different, tools. They have other tools that give us a leg up, give them a leg up, sorry, that we won't be privy to yet. We'll get there. So, our main focus will definitely be to get our girls in a physical condition to match them as best we can.
Your message to the parents of these young ladies who have done themselves proud, but to their parents, what would you say?
Thank you, and God bless you, because, we ask a lot of the parents. 6 days of training. Parents have to juggle schedules, and right now school's in, so, parents have to make sure transportation, get the girls to training, get them picked up, make sure they have what's needed. The one thing I will stress is nutrition. As these girls come back, they're going to have to definitely adhere to a specific athletic diet to make sure that their bodies can match the training that they're going to go through so that they can compete. But this, it's a great group of girls, so they had to come from somewhere, right? And they've come from great parents, and the parents are fully behind them. They fully support the BFA in its initiatives and supporting these girls and making sure that things happen. So, that's the one thing. But I cannot thank the parents enough because it's them that actually support the coaching staff.
What was that emotional phone call like between you and Coach Brown after hearing the result last night? Because I know you two are so close that you would have had to share something together.
Well, actually, we didn't really call and speak to each other. We did a little few WhatsApps, but we kind of both reached out to the crew that's over in Haiti. It's a fantastic cast over there. You look at Sharice Bean, who, she's holding it down. You think about in the first match, you had head injuries. Many, had a delegation. And it's important and that this group of people, that we all stay together, taking this group forward because we don't have to reinvent the wheel, yeah? And so for Vance and I, it's a great feeling because, everybody's on the same page, and so it just continued to work. Like clockwork. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. And the girls, lived up to the expectations. And remember, as women and the head injuries and they had from the first match, the girls felt it. Jaden not being able to play. Sharice sent me a message today and said, the girls really rallied around Jaden. So Herb not being able to play yesterday, the girls made her feel more part of the team than if she had played. And it's those little things that matter. So those are the types of things that Coach Vance and I, we sit back and we enjoy and we love about this team. But like I said, it's great. It's a great team effort. It's on everybody's part that's out there. And they're holding it down. They're the glue that's keeping this group together. And that's what's important for Coach Vance and I. More so than the result. It's what's actually happening. This is just the beginning. It's a great feeling, but it's really just the beginning of what's to come for this group and for Bermuda as a whole. Remember, our U20s, we're not that far away. Our U20s, we're almost in the same position. So, just think the next time U20s hit the field, they're going to do the exact same thing.
Well, we're going to finish up football with weekend football. Picks time.
We were terrible last week.
4 out of 9. We. 4 out of 9.
That ain't French for yes.
We were bad. Well, how do you go? Rough. Well, this week is some interesting matchups. First one being Somerset Trojans are home to the PHC Zebras. I'll go first.
Sure.
It'll be an away win for the Zebras.
I think you're right on this one. How's that? I think you're right.
Okay. All right. North Village Rams are at home to Crossroads. I'll go first again. The host team will win.
I think you're right on this one too, bro.
Now,
even though Crossroads did pick up their first victory.
Yeah. They cleared Young Men Social Club, boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
North Village Rams.
Different kind of fish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, though. It is football.
Crossroads will be swimming upstream, trying to get away from the bears. Bloody salmon.
I was trying to be, you know.
Yeah.
You see, it's a high scoring game or low scoring?
High.
Okay, well.
North Village will win this by at least 3 clear goals. Yeah.
Perhaps I think maybe even more. But it's just my opinion. Just my opinion.
Yeah. Dendy Town Hornets are home to Devonshire Cougars.
Woo!
You want me to go first?
Okay.
A draw.
Draw?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. 'Cause that's exactly where I was going. Because obviously the history that's between those teams. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Because I'm not trying to be. See, anyway, we both came up before. But somebody's got to have the conviction here. Mm-hmm. Good teams running hot.
So you're taking the Devonshire Cougars?
Yeah. Let's go with the Cougars.
All right.
Let's go with the Cougars.
Okay. I'll put down the next one first. Boulevard Blazers are at home to Social Club. You know I already picked the Boulevard Blazers.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to come up with somewhere where Social Club can have a chance. But I just
had that chance last week.
I just can't. I'm still thinking. Boulevard. Yeah. It is what it is.
Okay. And then Robin Hood are home to Flanagan's Onions. The Onions will feel good about the fact that they were able to come from 3-0 down last week, but they were playing Somerset.
Yeah, hello.
And Robin Hood will be happy. They were the first team to take a point off of PHC Zebras, scoring 2 goals, but they're a scoring machine, so I see them
you're trying to sound so diplomatic with this one here.
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
Okay.
Simple.
I've taken Robin Hood as well.
Too much firepower.
Yes. Now, tricky time.
Here we go.
Somerset Eagles will host the Devonshire Colts.
Yeah, an Eagles ball.
So we differ, because I've taken Devonshire Colts.
I'm just going to the home team for that.
Okay.
Coach should win.
It's a battle of the Rangers at Malabar.
No, it ain't. It ain't no battle.
What is it?
It's not a battle. It's got to be competitive to have a battle.
It's not a battle. What do you mean?
No, there's no battle.
So you're saying Island Rangers have no chance?
None.
Island Rangers. I didn't take you, but hey, it's a chance to prove. It's a chance to prove us wrong. It's a chance to. I didn't take you, but it's a chance to prove us wrong.
I know you weren't going to take them. I've been consistent.
St. George's Colts versus BAA.
Where to?
At Wellington Oval. You want me to go first?
We know who you're going with. Because you ain't going to surprise nobody with that.
I've taken that match to be a draw.
I was going to say, mate, draw.
Okay. St. David's are at home to Hamilton Parish.
Warriors.
Yes, indeed. Final game. Pageant Lions are hosting Wolves at the Southampton Oval.
Easy. Lions.
Yeah. Okay, so we differ in 2 matches. And that's we differ in 1.
Town and Cougars.
And Eagles and Devonshire Colts.
Eagles and
so
Colts.
2 matches we differ in.
Not a problem.
Yes. Good luck.
Yeah, great. Good luck for you, bro.
Well, good luck to these teams that we've picked.
If we get 4 out of this week, something's wrong.
we should at least get 4.
Some of these are
we
locks.
We should get 4 at least in the Premier Division.
Some of these are locks.
The first division is tricky.
Yeah, but stranger things have happened.
Well, yeah, that's true. That is true.
Stranger things have happened.
That's true. What do you think thus far? Because next week's the break. It's the international match, and then it's the first round in the FA. So some of these teams will realize they'll have a whole week or 2 weeks off from playing, not necessarily training.
But I'll tell you, that first week back, it'll probably be the most trickiest week.
Yeah, who gets off this line really, really, really fast. But knowing that you have this break coming up,
I think they're all right going into the break. Going into the break because you're already in a pattern of going training, momentum, and you know when your game's going to be. Is we are, and what's going to possibly happen, the top teams, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen. You're going to see some practice games over that period for some of those teams who ain't playing, obviously,
or the players are not involved in the national program.
Players who are involved in the national program, they're going to obviously be out there playing. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be some side kicks, as we'll call it, or some midweek games. Scrimmages, whatever you want to call it, just because coaches are going to want these guys to just stay in that flow.
Right. You might even see some games on the Sunday of the FA.
I would actually say you might see some early morning games.
It'd be just like a preseason match.
I would do
all over again. Yeah. Well, that's our picks for this weekend coming up. We'll see how we make out, but we'll have more after this message from our sponsor.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber to the home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
Well, Jay, at the WER Joe Tennis Stadium, after a day and a half of rain. Tennis action actually got started. Got a chance to speak with the president of the Bermuda Lawn Tennis Association, Michael Wolf, about the delay and just how he's hoping to play catch up, because when you lose out on days, the tournament, everything gets pushed back, and then you get games late into the night and so forth. But got a chance to speak to Michael Wolf. Let's get that interview and a bit of the ITF Junior Bermuda Open Tennis Tournament. Michael Wolf, president of the Bermuda Lawn Tennis Association. Excitement at the WER Joe Tennis Stadium after a day and a half of no play. The youngsters must be excited to be back on court, but how does this mess with your scheduling?
Yes, it has been excitement down here. Tennis is resumed after 1.5 days of rain. The kids are excited to be back on the court, definitely. A lot of them have been sitting around waiting, anticipating the match getting underway. So they're definitely happy to be back out on the court. We're looking to complete the schedule for today. But again, it's going to go into the evening, and hopefully we get everything done. We're asking for some help from Mother Nature, so we'll see how it goes.
Thus far, how has the tennis progressed? I know we had the draw for the under-18s, both male and female singles and doubles. We've had the under-12 start over the weekend, but how has it progressed through, well, barring the rain delays?
It's been some good tennis. We've made it through the round robin division of the under-12s, and they're in the main draw section now, so that's going underway and being completed on time. They're on the clay courts. The under-18s has really been the challenge. That's the one that's been affected by the rain. But again, we're in round 2. A lot of action going on, and it's some exciting tennis. Tell people come on down and, spectate and watch some good tennis.
Now, what other time other than Saturday, because you're due to finish on Saturday, have you been able to stretch it a little further in the event that tonight is a casualty as well to the weather?
What we would do, we want to finish this tournament on Saturday. A lot of these kids have to move on to the next event. So what we will do is actually change it to short sets. We'll change the scoring format to help it go through if we have to. But hopefully we can get it done. Friday's looking like a good day, and Saturday we can play all day Saturday, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, good luck. We'll be down each day to keep up with what's going on.
Thank you.
Well, Jay, last week had the opportunity to spend some time with some young Bermuda baseballers who had the opportunity to be given words of encouragement and just advice from a former Major League baseballer in Darryl Strawberry. We all know Darryl's history, career. Now he's a reverend.
Yeah.
He's had his problems off the field, on the field, changed his life around, but had a chance to listen to what message he had for some of the Bermuda youngsters. Let's get that from Darryl Strawberry.
Just be parents and get back to the table being parents, because we lose so many young people in our society today. And we just really need to reach our young kids and put on the table to them what's really important. We've kind of been missing that. We need to get back to that. So I really try to encourage families about that more than anything. And parents, when your kids are playing sports, let them play. Oh, y'all missed that, huh? Just let them play. Let them have fun. Let them be kids. I think too many times we get so serious about stretching them and trying to make them major league players at such a young age, trying to make them this. They're just kids. Just let them have fun right now. Let them play. Support them. Let them play. We have a lot of craziness going out at the ballpark, yelling at the umpires and stuff like that. Parents, just chill out. Just kind of chill out and let the kids have fun, because it's a game that they need to learn how to have fun in. And that's what it really is. And that's what it was for me. I would have never became a major league baseball player if I didn't have fun playing baseball. So I had to have fun playing. I couldn't be overly stressed. If I got overly stressed about it, that makes the kid not want to play. And I think, at this age, when we see kids, what's important, what's really important. Look how cute they are. Look at the face. If they miss a ball, they miss a ball. It's like we all got to get over that. And really, that's what it's all about when I see kids like this at this age. This is the greatest age for them to be the experience playing ball. Just growing up to be kids. What's important. We got to get back to that. And like I said, families, we got to get back to families, principles, at the family table, because we all live in a society now, and I travel around and I just see so much. I see so much broken. You would never imagine, from him introducing me and playing baseball and all the things that I achieved and all those things I achieved, and I was broken achieving all those things. Just imagine if I was well inside. Just imagine if I had, had my family together, which I didn't. I didn't have a father in the home. It was just my mom raised 5 women as well. So I went through some really difficult times, from not having a father and being broken. See, I think a lot of times people think because you get successful and you make millions of dollars and you're playing sports, you should have it all together. That's not the case. That's just not the case, And we see a lot of that. We see a lot of that with celebrities and everything else. And we see, well, what's wrong with them? Well, because brokenness is real. If you never get healed inside.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber to the home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you'll get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
After listening to Daryl, and it's one of my favorite players back in the day. I used to follow the Mets, so and the straw man came up. I was him and Doc Gordon and the boys. That was my team. Lenny Dykstra, Carter behind the plate. I mean, you can go Mookie Wilson.
Oh yeah, Mookie Wilson.
I can go Ron Darling. I can go on, but no, it's amazing because he can give you that perspective of coming from a small city. I believe he's from Florida. Coming from a small city, but he had the natural raw talent, and he was always, the head of the class, so to speak, in sports. But then you go to this mega city, and if anybody knows the New York in the 80s, it was a trap.
Yep.
It was literally a trap. If you was not used to that pace of life, you got caught out, and he was one who got caught out. So to hear from that person who's going through all of that and some, I mean, he could give you all the horror stories, but what keep bringing him back was the game itself. And that's what leads me to the second part, what I really took from it. And he, he's very adamant to let the parents know, hey, let them play.
Yep.
It just feels, and we see it now. We go around on a Saturday morning. We want our kids to be professional heroes.
Yeah.
When they're kids.
And all they really want to do is play.
They just want to play.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're there. They just want to play, have fun, and have fun with each other. The development will come with it, but you have to keep the love. And he could tell you how many players that got burnt out and lost the love of the actual game that got them where they are.
Yeah.
But what ends up bringing them back is the game itself, and that's why he's doing the stuff he's doing now.
You see how tall he is?
He's short.
Well, he came stood next to me.
Yeah, you look short, boy.
Well, I am short, but I mean, come on, man.
You were short.
Somebody asked, "What did you say to him?" I asked him to move over. He was towering over me. I said, "Could you just move a little bit to your left?"
But I'm glad that he was invited, and I'm glad he accepted.
Yeah.
Because sometimes our kids need to hear from our superstars or people that they read about, because he was one. See, baseball is rich in tradition where you had the baseball cards.
Right.
And a lot of us knew see, baseball is formed around stats, so we knew what he did every year, He was a 30-30 guy for many years.
Even when he went cross town. Because not many players can say that they've played for the New York Mets
and the New York Yankees.
And been
successful. Being successful.
So. Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you.
But one more thing on that. I think the parents were more excited than the kids, because a lot of the parents knew the era.
They knew the era we're talking about. They knew, and they lived, unfortunately, because that's when even the sporting media really grew too. It really grew then because baseball started getting to other markets. To us.
Yeah.
Cable. We was able to see
it exposed us to so many facets, not just NFL football and car racing.
We live with our heroes. We live with the sport, the sporting. So the ups and downs. We followed Daryl and many other people like
Right.
Daryl.
Right.
We followed.
Yeah. Well, again, congratulations to the under-17 women's national team. Good luck on Sunday. Hopefully tomorrow night everything goes well and we get that automatic spot to Nicaragua. And let me just explain how that works, because I don't think we've done it earlier.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
So I was going to ask you, what's next?
Okay. So, Bermuda right now top the group with 4 points.
Yes.
If Jamaica draws with Trinidad tomorrow night or beats them, Bermuda will finish on the top of the table. There are 2 groups playing in Haiti right now. Bermuda's in one group, Haiti, Puerto Rico, and someone else is in another group. The top 2 teams from the 2 groups play in a final, but those 2 spots are automatically guaranteed to go to Nicaragua. The 2 second place teams will face each other. The winner joins those 2 teams. So right now, Bermuda is in the spot to play for a spot in Nicaragua, depending on the outcome of tomorrow night.
So with 6 teams, let me get this correct.
6
6 teams playing in Haiti right now.
Yes. 2 groups of
3 are going on
to Nicaragua. Yes. But right now we're in the driver's seat because we're leading our group. If Trinidad win and don't concede more than 3 goals, then they will finish on top of the group, and then our game on Sunday has a lot more meaning.
Yes.
If they don't win and Jamaica go through, then our game on Sunday, although it does have meaning, doesn't have as much, but you want to keep that momentum going. So it all boils down to tomorrow night's match between Jamaica and Trinidad to see who will join Bermuda and in what game they play in on Sunday.
So right now we don't know.
We don't know who we play. We know we're there.
We're there
on Sunday with a chance to go to Nicaragua. We just don't know what game we'll be playing.
We just got to finish the mission.
Yeah.
We're almost there, but let's finish the mission.
Yeah, get across the line.
90 minutes.
Yeah. Another interesting night tomorrow night with that match, because we were waiting to find out what the outcome is. So
somebody down
for 90 minutes, it's going to be, come on, Jamaica. Do Bermuda so?
Yeah, win, but don't win that much.
Well, Jamaica could win. They could win 10-0.
Yeah.
They'll only finish with 3 points. Right. It's Trinidad that is our worry.
Right. We can,
because Trinidad's got a point.
Got a point already.
They got a point off us.
Yeah.
So it's down to, and I think Jamaica, who are probably right now getting hammered in their country because they're sport fanatic, and you never lost to a team before like that, and who is Bermuda, that type of talk. I mean, you saw the Americans, the way they behaved against
I'll tell you,
Trinidad.
I was looking at some of the past results with Jamaica versus Trinidad, and Trinidad hasn't fared too well against Jamaica either.
No.
So if Jamaica will be in almost the exact same position again, where this team you're supposed to defeat.
Jamaica came in as the division favorites in our group.
Yes.
But hey,
football.
Well done, girls. And that's it from the Digicel Sports Show. I'm your host, Earl Basin, and for Juggler,
on the couch.
Have a good night.